I find compromise within myself because I have found the solace of my own happiness. I found happiness within myself. So with this being said, if others don't vibe with me, if they love me or hate me, I honest to God, I don't care in my life. At some point, I had to catch myself off guard. I had to catch myself falling back down to the depths and the crevices where I had originally had found myself. As far as like my negative emotions, because I've had my own like anxiety, I've had my own stress and my worries of certain things, my personal things in my life. I won't get into it, but life. Well, in this case, it was a rare occurrence for me. I never stress about anything. I never worry about anything. In the sake of friendships, in the sake of everything in the entirety of the universe, I was actually thinking about having to withdraw myself completely. And like I said, to wearing this fake smile upon my face and pretending that everything is absolutely perfect, to pretend that I am a perfect human being, despite my flaws, sins, and imperfections. I am a flawed creature, a human being by design. And thus, God heaven forbid that once in a while I find myself into a negative state of mind, negative emotions where I have to vent or rant and I have to express myself freely without persecution, without judgment, without anything else, without biased opinions. And a relationship or friendship is supposed to be bipartisanship. It's supposed to be like it's not one dimensional. It's supposed to be like two halves that come together to meeting each other halfway. And that's just my perspective. And, it's just like, okay, your significant other, your coworkers, your friends, random strangers you meet out in public, I don't know if I could wear a fake smile, to be honest, to pretend like I'm perfectly okay, because I'm much too brutally honest in my life. And I refuse to tone down. I refuse to conform myself to meeting the expectations of other people and to fitting certain criteria or expectation, or to mold myself to other people's standards, if that makes sense. I'm much too liberated and free of a soul and consciousness. I'm like a caged beast that actually had broken free and found its own freedom and independence. And I found this in my life because, baby, I have awakened. I have thus, indeed, and I have therefore, I have ignited the flame, the inner divine flame within me, from wisdom to unearthed, to unraveling the hidden deepest mysteries within myself. And I am a Pandora's box of infinite mysteries that you can never dissolve. You can never truly break down the molecules, the particles of my brain, of my soul consciousness, because I'm elevated. I am enough. I'll always be enough. And I've always been enough. And accept me if you will, or don't. It doesn't matter to me. Because at the end of the time, and no matter what situation I'm in, no matter where I'm at in my life, no matter who I am, and as far as like, I am me, but as far as like, if I were to actually wear a fake smile on my face and pretend like everything's perfectly fine and normal and just status quo, no matter what emotional state, no matter what mental state you find me in, I'm going to always find myself. I'm always going to ensnare and trap myself to not confine or box myself into the corner. but I will always win. I'll always have the upper hand, you know? I'm not vindictive unless you push me to the limits, but I am who I am because I accept myself. I accepted myself a long time ago. I used to be a truly toxic human being. I used to be someone, you see, I had a past full of mistakes and regrets in my life. However, I'm constantly re-envisioning myself. I'm constantly changing myself for the better every single day of my life. This is my rejuvenation. This is my awakening. This is my enlightenment. This is my journey of grand magnificence, to be crowned with that success, to be anointed with the principalities of morality and this compass of virtues, of being who I am, spiritually sound in mind and at peace within myself. I don't think anyone should ever have to masquerade their own emotions just to compromise your relationship, just to find, or, friendships or among your coworkers, anything. And that's just my personal, beliefs and opinions. And it's maniacally heartbreaking to see that society in general, they want to see you conform to their standards of boundless, immaculate misconception of their expectations over you. They want you to wear a fake smile on your face and pretend like everything's absolutely perfectly fine and dandy, be preppy and this and that, and all that glitters is gold, that the world is full of sunshine and rainbows, and it's absolutely not. And if others say that they love me and accept me for how much that they say and how much they do, as such, my friends, or just family, friends, relationships, whatever, they would naturally accept me for the nature and the individualism and the characteristics that I hold and I hold dear and that I share without apology, without regrets, without hesitation, without remorse, because this is me. So motivating.